stand with us if you'd like to. Your words prayer. Father in heaven, we do thank you, God, for your good graces, looking out over us another day, providing for us, helping us, God, in the way that you do. Thank you, Lord, for all the men and women in this room, all those that we are blessed to work and serve with. Just ask God your blessings upon them, and ask your blessings upon our community that we serve, live in, on our country, Lord, that you have mercy and help us there. Just bless us, protect us. Pray for them that are hurting today. Be some be laying above us to rest. Some that are in bad situations this afternoon. I just pray, God, you reach us blessings and mercies upon them. We ask God to guide us now as we get in the meat of this meeting. Help us make decisions, God, that's good and right. And God, we give you glory for all you do in Jesus' name. Amen. We have to pledge the flag while we're all standing. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, welcome everybody to our July Fiscal Court meeting, designated Fiscal Court. We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. And have Mr. Goodmore read the minutes of the previous meeting.
You got it.
I've got it. Hang on, yeah, it's right there. Right there, right there.
Yeah, I had it. Give it to her. Okay, Shane Gabbard called a meeting to order. Minutes May 15th, 2025, and May 29th, 2025. The minutes were read and approved by the motion by Baker and second by Vaughn. Shane Gabbard presented bids for blacktop and stone. The Allen Company was the only bid submitted. Therefore, Vaughn voted to accept. Baker second. Shane Gabbard recommended tabling getting an estimate for recorder dispatch. Motion by Baker, second by Vaughn. Shane Gabbard requested approval to appoint Brody King, Sylvie Brandt, Elizabeth Boggs, and Tanya Coffey to the EMS Board of Directors for 2 years. Motion by Baker, second by Vaughn. Shane Gabbard requested approval to create a Jackson County Parks Fire Drainage Committee and appoint the following members: Brian Murray, Kathy Spurlock, Mary Hubbard, Shane Gabbard, Greg Lakes, Ashley Wagers, Keith Gabbard, Rodney Christian, Devonna Hyson, Judy Smith, and Tina True. Shane Gabbard, that didn't get a motion. Shane Gabbard began a discussion about placing a four-way stop at the junction of Walnut Grove Road and Pigeon Roof Road and Silver Dollar Lake Road. Motion by Vaughn to begin the process, second by Baker. Shane Gabbard requests approval to appoint Lynette Hunter as tourism board treasurer for a 3-year term. Motion by Baker, second by Vaughn. Something that was hard to say. Yeah. Shane Gabbard presented the fiscal year 25-26 County Road 8 agreement. Motion by Vaughn, second by Baker. Shane Gabbard began discussion of the possible sale of the building purchase for the county fair board. Motion by Vaughn, second by Baker. Shane Gabbard presented the second reading of adoption of fiscal year 25-26 budget. Motion by Vaughn, second by Baker. Shane Gabbard presented an estimate of $48,822.74 to repair Durham School Road. Motion by Baker, second by Vaughn. Shane Gabbard discussed implementing employee time clocks. Estimate for the purchase would be $34,853.69. Motion by Baker, second by Vaughn. Executive session entered pursuant to KRS 6.810. Motion to enter by Vaughn, second by Baker. Regular session entered back with no decision, no action taken. Shane Gabbard presented the treasury bills, quarterly reports, and transfers. Motion by Vaughn, second by Baker. Motion to adjourn by Baker. Set the next meeting, July 17th, 1 o'clock. Got it set. Sounds good. So,
The only thing that we need to correct is probably where we appointed the Jackson County Park Fire Drainage Committee, appointed member Need a motion to approve the reading amendment. All right. Thank you, Jimmy. Move right along into the judge's report. Appreciate those that are visiting with us today. Fiscal court last met on June 26th, and we adopted the budget for FY 26 at that meeting. No bids for blacktop and stone. In the judge's office, we answer around an average of 150 phone calls per week. Sometimes that feels like per day. It may be that high per day. But anyway, a high percentage of those calls are for road maintenance requests. The price of road materials did increase slightly for the upcoming year, so unfortunately, we will see less money to work on roads with this year. We apply every year for programs that the Transportation Cabinet offers through the Office of Rural and Secondary Roads to try and obtain as much assistance as we possibly can. Those include flex funds, which can only be used for resurfacing existing blacktop roads, county priority projects, and the city-county bridge improvement program. To apply for county priority projects, we submit an application along with pictures and estimates for required requesting funding. The request is sent into the State Highway District Office, evaluated and sent to legislatures for selection. Once the legislatures meet, they can select projects for funding based on the Highway District's evaluation and the fiscal court's recommendation. This past year, I submitted 3 roads for consideration of funding, those being Lodge Hall Road, Chandler Road, and Maldenhausen Road. The road that was selected by legislatures and the State Highway District Office for funding was the Maldenhausen Road. All 3 roads are in need of repair. We'll love to have to receive funds from all, but however, we're thankful for what we will receive. The City-County Bridge Improvement Program is a new program that runs through the Office of Rural and Secondary Roads in conjunction with the state, local, highway district. To apply, we're required to submit an application, detailed estimate, design for repair of rural and secondary roads, and request funding for bridge repair. Once the application is received and reviewed, the state highway district sends out their bridge inspector to look at the design and repair and gives a recommendation for consideration of funding. We recently submitted all the required documents for reconstruction of the bridge on Bean Cove Road. Commissioner of Rural and Secondary Roads contacted me yesterday to let us know the bridge on Bean Cove had been moved into phase 4 and was now being considered for funding. To my knowledge, that is the final step before funding approval. I'm hopeful we will receive funds as soon as we currently. I'm hopeful we'll receive funds soon as we currently have this bridge closed to all traffic. We've submitted a grant application to the Department of Agriculture requesting funds for spay and neuter pets in Jackson County. We've received these funds in the past, but did not receive any last year. I made a call to the Commissioner of Agriculture last week, and he gave me the information we need to get signed up and considered for funds, so we're hopeful to be approved. That's my report for today. One thing that I'll add, August the 14th, I believe it is, the driver's license will be here in this room on August the 14th from 9 to 3. You have to go online at drive.ky.gov and to schedule an appointment. They call it a pop-up event. And many of our citizens have used that since it's no longer offered in a certain clerk's office, the driver's license. They went to the regional aspect. Many of our citizens use that pop-up to come in and get their license renewed. So they'll be here August the 14th, so I thought I'd make mention of that. All right, district's report. Danny, good to see you back. Congratulations to Donald. I know he's going to make us a fine officer.
I think going pretty good. I'm going to call.
Yeah. Those last two that you called me about, they did get them last week. Yeah, the Randall York and the Murray Cady. Yeah, it's all took care of. All right. Thank you, Danny. David.
The four-way there on Walker Road.
Yeah.
I've heard a couple of people mention that, and they said it was probably a good idea.
I haven't, no, I haven't submitted to get, we have to advertise it for so many weeks. We have to put the signs up and put the signs up before we get to that says new traffic patterns or whatever it is. It's in the manual that they sent me from District 11. I just ain't had a chance to get them.
There's a safety guy in UK that does a lot of that. Road safety stuff.
Yeah. I think you will, let's see. What is his
That's what we're
name?
talking about.
Greg Murphy, no, not Greg. I know what you're talking about, yeah.
I need to get it in there. We'll get started, if it's all right.
Yeah, and there's, I'm glad you mentioned that, because if any of you all would like to put a traffic camera on one of the roads, that UK College of Technical Engineering, they have a library of this stuff, and they'll loan us one of those traffic cameras, and you can put them up on the road, if you can see how much traffic is on a particular stretch of road, we can go get those loaned out, it's free of charge. So,
Time clocks, what do you decide? Find out any information on that?
we got the time clocks in, we just gotta,
We're waiting on the cards,
we're waiting on the cars.
and then the company to come. I have to complete so many hours of training on it, and then they come and wire them in and get them set to go. But we do have them.
Well, you mentioned those roads that turned out, about Smith Road, mentioned they try to get some funding for it. We'll just keep Chandler on the list.
Okay.
Try to get it, that's where it tore up. The landfill contract here was pretty good.
I haven't, Ross, have you seen the landfill contract? I haven't.
No.
They've been so busy up there trying to get all that cleaned up before, they've got another inspection coming up tomorrow. And they had to have it all cleaned up by tomorrow, so it's been sort of all hands on deck at first. It looks a lot better. Yeah, it's, I think, they're coming to get the excavator maybe tomorrow or Monday, so, the only thing that's left is the metal, and that's a company that's getting hit, so it'll be out there probably next couple of weeks.
That's about the only request I had.
Okay. All right, thank you. Dale's a new grandpa too, he's got a new grandbaby.
Month of that.
Garvin.
We'll do the best we can and get more power. It's tough to get.
One end of the earth to the other, basically, yeah.
Kind of drive that whole shit. Do the best we can. Yeah, we're gonna get it.
Yeah, we should be able to. Yeah, we put like, I think we put 120,000, maybe 150,000 for district in the budget for road coverage, you know, for private. That's on top of what we get. I ain't seen the collection funds figure just yet. We ain't got the contract up yet just yet. We haven't figured that out. Well, it usually comes out about April, but the state's had so many projects going on that, you know, what's his name, David? David Hoffman, he hasn't been here, he didn't make it last year, they've had him tied up on 192 up there. So, you know, we need to sit down, I guess, sometime or other, and see what all you all like to get the blacktop, and we can compare it to from there.
That's usually good. Got some.
We have to do what we do, yeah. And then anytime you have something that's over closer on this end, you get a call, if you want to call me, we can get up to these boys that's working over here, we send them to it. They're under the understanding that they still, you know, they need to work wherever we send them back to work. Yeah,
It's just, people sure that more on the top.
more of the call, yeah. All right, thank you, Bill. Sheriff texted me, he is actually, he is on death investigation at the moment. He can't make the meeting, so, he's tied up. I know they've been busy getting ready. Won't be long after, our school resource officer will be back to work, so, then jail report, Brian is in an interview right now. He's got hung up, but, looks like, state housing this next round will be about $60,000. And classes is bringing in about 70,000. So, you know, that's, or 70,000, I'm sorry. That's gonna help a lot, because I know their license, they must have got some more state inmates, because, we got the license deal checked in this morning, it was about $45,000, I think, with the Caleb. Hey, Caleb, where you at? He can't hear me. That's all right. Wasn't that state jail locking check that we got this morning, wasn't it about 45,000?
Yes, it was about 45, and it's pretty much quite a bit down from what it usually is.
The next one's gonna be 60,000, so that'll help a lot.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. All right, they've got currently, well, I can't see this real good, and I'm sorry I didn't bring my glasses. All right. Anyway, all right, next we got a solid waste report. I had Caleb work this up yesterday, and we wanted to see where we were at with our solid waste or garbage pickup. Right now, this is for January 1st through June 30th. You see on the sheet on the front, we got an income of $430,108.37. We had expenses, which is vendor claims, $209,530.60. Your payroll, which is gross benefits, $260,487.51. These total expenses, this is excluding fuel costs, which include fuel costs being added into this, $470,018.11. So that left us in a deficit of $39,909.74. I've been talking to Michael, and we get a basic breakdown of what those expenses are on the next page. Been talking to Michael and our solid waste billing office down there, and he ran us off this payment summary, which is the third page of the packet there. It shows you a lot of people that come in and they prepay. That's the reason January is paid up so much higher, is they'll come in and pay for the year. But we have a lot of people that do that. That's the reason that you'll see the number of transactions was up in January compared to the other months. The other months, it hovered around the same, around 2,000 transactions average. Michael has started sending out lists of drivers, you know, this is so many months behind. We're trying to mediate and cut them off, and get them back paid, and get them back and get them back in good standing with the solid waste department. We have had a lot of issues with equipment. Of course, everybody knows our hopper system's been down up there. They've got it back running, but that system is going to have to be replaced because it cannot handle what we're bringing in there. So we've got a company that's giving us, looking at that, give us sort of a preliminary estimate on that. We've got one truck that we're going to have to put a motor in. As soon as it gets it up and running, we're probably going to have to tear into the other one to get it up and running. It's just a lot of expensive maintenance that's associated with the solid waste. Those are things that you just don't ever know what's going to come in. I wanted to have this report, and I appreciate Caleb working this all up yesterday, just to show you where we're at and what we spend with solid waste. This is the last 6 months, but my concern is, you know, we're negative almost 40,000. We're 6 months in, and what are we going to be 6 months from now? I don't think it's so much an issue of people that's not paying as it is an issue. It's just costing so much to operate, and there's just a lot of money. It's, I I didn't take time, and I didn't have Caleb take time to look at the fuel costs. We figured it's about 4,500 in those 6 months, just preliminary looking at receipts. I can get online on Wix and give you a detailed, I can show you what every driver gets every time they swap that car, which is handy to have. It keeps people honest too. They have to enter in their mileage and everything, in the truck that they're driving, but I wanted to give you all this report because it may be something that we need to address sooner rather than later. You know, we may have to do a rate increase. I know it's something that's not popular, but we can't keep running in the hole. So, y'all got any comments or questions? Oh, it's unbelievable. If you go up there, any given day you go up there, it's not just our guys that's hauling in, you've got private people that's hauling in. They cleaning out garages and barns, people that's buying places, that's cleaning places up. Which is good to see it getting cleaned up, but at the same time, it's, we're locked up with waste connections. Maybe if we can get the money to do dumpsters, put dumpsters in businesses, I think, there's a lot of money probably to be made in that. According to Housing County said that, their judge there told me that's where they make most of their money at, is their dumpsters. But, it's a big expense to get into. There's really not any grants to buy dumpsters, there's grants for recycling probably. And there's grants for, anything worth recycling, but I guess where there's so many private companies in the state that do this trash service, that they don't want to really put money out local government just to get in trash business because they may put these others out there. I don't know, but that's just, I've asked several times, I said, can we get a grant to get a truck there? No. But now you can get, our legislators can help us with public, this is a public service department. I think they've maybe helped Lee County in time to get a truck or two. Maybe able to help us get some things. Yeah, I talked to them there a couple of weeks ago, and asked them where they was getting that, and they told me where they came from, that municipal equipment thing. So the next court meeting, I plan on having, I didn't pressure Jason for this because we're trying to get that cleaned up. But the next court meeting, I'm going to get a report from him on how much garbage has went through that from June of last year to June of this year on the poundage, and what we can compare that to what we paid out and get a little bit better detailed look. I just want y'all to have a preliminary report of what we're looking at.
It's about rework the routes.
Well,
Build the truck.
we may have to downsize.
I said Jason rework the routes. We talked about it last.
Yeah.
Your truck. Just have extra. What you do to the truck? It's a big truck. With that,
Okay.
we talked about it before. About opening it up. I had a couple calls. Citizens do a trash out. I tell them burden off, but I know where we're at with that. No prices. Check them out. I'm sure. I'd say you'd have to open up the entire deal.
I think you'd have to completely redo the contract with the Charles.
We can't hear you over here.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Well, it's this air conditioner. What'd you say?
We was talking about the solid waste ordinance. I think we're closed county is.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, we are.
So if we wanted to allow somebody to take on the route, we basically have to redo the ordinance.
So,
Yeah.
know, that's a price increase for people too. So, anytime we let, open it up for bids or something, they just want to label it.
I don't think I've ever encountered anything as chaotic as trash.
No, and it's not just here, I've talked to several counties, and they have the same issue, whether they're open or closed, they have the same. You know, if you open it, you have 4 or 5 people come. And, you know, you've got 4 or 5 garbage trucks on one road possibly. That's the other counties. I'd say first, would be my recommendation, is look at the routes and cut routes out.
I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll get us a report from Jason on the boundaries, and then we'll see what we paid. Law Ridge landfill the last year, and then got to get together on that, next board meeting, and try to have some better numbers, and I'll try to get Ross to look at this for the next board meeting.
Jason should have a copy of that.
He does.
Contract up there with, if you can mention that to him, get it.
Yeah,
Let's look over and see what we got to do with that. All it is.
okay. Well, we don't have to vote on this, this was just for your information, so that's not a vote now.
You'll get ahead of it.
All right, thank you, guys.
Make my own already.
Second reading budget amendment, for Cameron Ridge Park Development Project, $4,020,000 received. This is just, you know, we done the first reading on it, and the second reading on it is, they signed off on it. This was just to update our budget from last year. It's the budget we currently in. This just has to be done just to make sure it's updated from last year, so I just need a motion on that. That's that money that we received in line item for that project.
So what this is right here?
That's what that little thing is there. I rigged the shape to get it ran out. I don't know if it come in smaller now. Did you see Robert Brown signed off on his state local finance officer?
Motion.
That's it. Thank you, Ken. All right. Let's see here. Agreement resolution for Malden Road, told you there, and my judgment report we put in, Lodge Hall, Chandler, and Malden. We sent pictures in, estimates on what it would be to pave these 3 roads, and they gave us 1 out of 3. You know, I'm glad to get, it'd been nice to get all 3, but I know that Malden, you know, it's been, well, there was a lot of coal hauled out of that country years ago, so it ain't gonna hurt us to have it like top of the pile. I know it's make it easier on them getting in and out of these houses again. But this is the contract, this is the FD-14 funds, this is part of that county priority projects that I was telling you about earlier. It's a new thing. This is basically what took over the discretionary, what we used to call FD-39 funds, which is the governor was the one that ordered them. When they redone this, now the governor don't award them, the legislature award. They've got a pile of money for this. The governor still got discretionary money, but a lot of his don't go to road projects anymore. A lot of it goes to other things, and that's at his discretion. It's just as it sounds, it's a discretionary thing. So, anyway, this is $209,000 that will be coming from them. What we have to do is sign this contract, pass this resolution today, adopting this contract, memorandum of agreement. This is plain Jane, simple stuff that we do with every project like this. We can't start work on this project until we get a fully executed agreement. Jim Gray, Secretary of the Commonwealth Kentucky Transportation Captain, will have to sign this, and it'll be good to go. So let's need a motion on that. Thank you, Jim. All right. Let's see here. The estimate for mowers on the park department. I got you. Got that. I think I have all in your packets there. Dr. Cart, the 2 mowers that he's got, we've had for about 3 or 4 years now. Both of them's Cub cadets. We've had pretty good service out of them. One of them has got some issues with the oil leak that is going to take it. Where it's leaking at, it's a seal in the motor. So it's kind of a major deal to change out. And that motor's got close to 1,100 hours on it now. And the other mower's got, it's a lap mower, and it's got some problems with one of the transmissions. He said you mow about 30 minutes with it, it's humming pretty bad. So they've offered to give us $4,500 trade-in on these two mowers. We'd have to replace the two that is like the ones that we have, is the ones that I got highlighted there, the Pro Z 7054L. L means a lap mower, and then Pro Z 754S, which means steering wheel. The reason they keep wanting the steering wheel, we credit that to Bill Dunn. Bill Dunn purchased the first steering wheel driven zero turn that I remember from the county, because they just about got killed on one on steep ground. And these ones with the steering wheel are a little easier to navigate on the steep ground. But both of them together, you're looking at about $21,000. But if you take $4,500 off of it, that's what's that, 16,500 for two mowers. And you can see over the side of it what the regular price of those would be. The one is $10,208. If it was a private individual buying it, it'd be $13,984. And then the one over here on the left, or the one that's 11,424 would be $15,649. These are government contract prices, and the Southeastern Farm Supply Markets Equipment Group has the government contract, state contract pricing of this. That's the reason we get about a $4,000 discount on each mower. But what do y'all think about those? He mows every day. They do. They mow every day in the parks. And they stay up to date with the maintenance on them. If there's issues that they can't do, they take them to Southeastern where we bought them at. So they've got maintenance records on them. I think that's why we can get the trade-ins that we can. We've dealt with it for so long. But we've got Flat Leg, Sand Gap, Worthington, Greyhawk, and the Welcome Center that they're going in every single week, and quite a bit of more with it. Flat Lake down there's got a whole lot of hillside going on that one side of it. And Sand Gap does too, below the walking trail. So, whatever y'all think, I had to get us some estimates.
Down, you got time to get it done.
Well, they're not down, it's landing right now.
The only thing I said about these, we've got 2,400 pounds on them. How much more do they do? I guess it'll be all right, but maybe increase the pump religion.
Yeah.
For a little more, you can get 5,400 pounds. That's the least you can get.
That's the
Next line down.
Next line down. Okay.
They're higher, they're more horsepower.
The only issue with that is they have trouble with a 60-inch deck when they know that. Well, they can't get them on the trailer. The trailer he uses 54 is about as wide as you can get. We probably have
You can get, these 5,400s, they're full of non-commercial motors.
Yeah,
Smaller pumps, they're a little weaker and slower.
yeah.
I wonder if you can get one of those 5,400 with a smaller deck on it.
You might be able to. We can check and see.
just have a check on, yes, motion, to get us a price on the other two.
Motion for the price on the other two. That's fine.
If he can, you know, if it fits for him, I don't know what works for him.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just telling you, from my experience, I think 400 is
Right.
price for the machine.
Right.
That you get.
Right. Okay. So we got a motion for get the price on the other two. See if we can get that smaller deck on. Got a second on that. All right. All right. Item I is the sale of the Jackson County Fair Board property on Water Street. Me and Ross have been talking about this. That the library's expressed interest in this property. The Fair Board was looking to get the 60,000 back out of the property. And the library has expressed that they would be willing to give the 60,000 back for the property. That
Maybe,
they-
but they want you to offer it to them for 60 before they will, they have to vote on it.
So we have to vote to offer it to them for 60,000.
Yeah. But now, I mean, you don't have to sell it that way, but the problem with that property, this is just my opinion. The problem with that property is that the fair board probably, because of its proximity to where the fairgrounds were, and will be this year, I guess, again, I think they were willing to pay a little bit more for it than it may be worth. The appraisal that the library has got for it is much lower than the 60,000 that was paid for it. They have kind of said that they might be willing to pay the $60,000 back to get it, only because of the proximity to the library.
Yeah.
So, you can sell it by auction, you can sell it. The funny thing is, or the way the statutes work, because they are also a government entity, you can sell it directly to them. You don't have to go through the auction process, you don't have to go through sealed bids or anything like that. You don't have to have appraisal, you can sell it directly to them. But you can also auction it. Now, I haven't been able to find any restriction on having a reserve. I haven't been able to find it. I sent an email to Rich Ornstein to ask him about it, but I haven't heard back from him yet because I didn't think to do it till earlier today. But I haven't been able to find any restriction on a reserve. But you just, you don't know.
I don't know what I feel like that if we could, if we could legally sell it, offer it for sale to the library, maybe our best bet to go, because we know we're guaranteed, if they give us the 60, you're guaranteed to get, an offer of somewhat that maybe be close to the 60.
I have an answer from Rich Ornstein.
Oh, okay.
He says that he's had other counties do the same thing. However, if it doesn't bring the reserve, you may have to put it back out for sale since the statute doesn't specifically reference a reserve. I take that to mean he says you may just have to put it up for auction again without the reserve. And if you auction it, the county's got to pay for an auctioneer to auction it.
Will that get the money back, what the fire board gave for it?
60,000. Yeah.
That's fine.
So do we want to make a motion to offer it to the library for 60,000?
And if they don't take it,
Then we can go back.
you can go back, do something.
Well, I guess that's just a decision we need to make. I think what Ross is saying, we can legally offer them where there's other government entity.
You can
It's our
give it
deal.
to, if you want to.
Yeah,
They're technically part of Jackson County government. They were created by the Jackson County Fiscal Court.
yeah.
But you wanna auction.
Yes. What you're saying, afraid somebody would say, well, they didn't give me a chance. Yeah.
But now there's a lot of empty buildings in McKee.
Yeah. It's true. Well, you've also got the option to sell and seal bid off of the right. Is that the one you can put?
I don't think you can put a,
Reserve on
I don't
sealed
think you
bid.
can put a reserve on a sealed bid.
But you can put a reserve on public auction?
I think so.
Okay.
Can't absolute. On absolute auction, can't
Well, no, if it's an absolute auction,
do it. And say,
it has to sell. Cannot put a reserve on it. But I mean, if you wanted to put it up for auction at a reserve, I have no idea, you know, I don't even think the library knows at this point whether they would bid on it, you know, and give the 60,000 for it. They sort of hinted they might, but they got to vote on it.
Yeah.
But you will be out the expense of the auction. I don't know what an auction will cost you.
I'll take a percentage of it, or something.
Normally it's 6% it's 6% of the auction price plus the costs associated with the auction. So if it's going to be advertised, those would have to be paid. So if the reserve was 60 and somebody paid 60 for it, you're going to lose probably $8,000 off the top. Just a guess. You'd have to talk to like Ford Brothers or whoever it is that does auctions.
Well, y'all want to offer a public auction for a reserve? That's whatever y'all think. That give the public a chance to, give a fair chance to bid on it. Okay. Yeah.
Well, the next question is, what's the reserve? Do you want the reserve to be the 60,000 plus the auctioneer's fee? So that, you know, you'd have your reserve at 70,000? Or are you willing to take it and sell it, put the reserve at 60, and then the county have to pay the fees?
Good question.
Because in order to recoup all your money, I think you have to have a $70,000 reserve,
Yeah.
maybe a tad high.
Yeah, we need to set the reserve if we're going to set the auction. Let's see. I mean, I guess it depends on who we sell to and what they charge now.
It's 40.
Plus 20%.
The gut bill is about 12%.
Yeah, it is. Good news.
Well, you could always talk to the auctioneer first and then decide what you're going to set the reserve at. But, you know, just from somebody that's bought property, the windows are falling out of it. They've actually, there's this much free space above the windows going inside. It's a small lot. The back of it toward 421 is going to have to be cleaned up. It's rocky. That's where there used to be a rock building there, and they tore it down, and years ago. And it's a narrow lot. Made a fine restaurant back in the day.
Yeah, you there several times back in. Yeah. Well,
Well,
think so.
don't need it, I do know that. We don't need it.
I know the fire board can use some money, fancy fire, you know. Covered.
Yeah, 65 or something.
65. auction, $65,000 reserved. All right, motion to set it public auction, $65,000 reserved.
Motion.
All right, thank you. Just the county attorney's salary. Since he's sitting there, he no longer has an assistant county attorney. And in our budget, we budgeted for assistant county attorney. Since he has nobody that's really doing that part of the job, I want to recommend that we go ahead and just add the assistant county attorney's salary, which was
$9,000.
$9,000 a year onto his salary, since it's already budgeted. He's doing the job with the county attorney and assistant. We just need to add that to his salary. Anybody got any questions on that?
Don't have no assistant.
Well, I have an assistant that's starting on August 16th, but he's going to be a combined assistant for the Commonwealth Attorney's Office and the County Attorney's Office. It's a full-time job. He will not be able to do any fiscal court work, any child support work. He's going to be solely a prosecution assistant.
Yeah. So he's not, that particular employee wouldn't be on our salary.
No.
So this is basically just giving him the money that's due him. Just need a motion on that.
Motion.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. All right, need a motion to go into executive session for personnel issue KRS 6180.
Motion.
All right, y'all welcome to hang out, and whatever you need to do, we'll be right back. Need a motion to come out of the executive session, go back into regular. Okay. All right, no decision made at this time. Treasurer's bills and transfers. Got a copy of them right here. You're going to notice that Keiko's insurance is added into that first page there. That is what we pay for our buildings. In case the community wants to know, $336,686 a year. That's what our insurance is for our courthouses, the jail, all county buildings, dispatch, anything we own, basically. $336,000 a year. All lines fund, that's our vehicles. And then our workers' comp is about 140 something. Sure, I think so. Anyway, we put that in there. We are at the start of the fiscal year, but we haven't been able to, we ain't got all the funding in yet. We'll try to take care of that as we can. Right. Need a motion that I have shown you the bill.
Motion.
Second. All right, any comments or announcements? Always good to have Sandy Eversole with us from Dana Boone Community Action Agency. You're all welcome to come to our meeting. Glad to see you. All right, need a motion to adjourn. Motion.
Second.
All right, our next meeting is August 14th at 1 o'clock. We'll be back on regular schedule.